Never did too much talking. All right, we're gonna start our, which is going to be a very busy morning. Good morning. Today is August 7th. And a beautiful day here in Michigan. I hope Ryan, our visitor from Oklahoma, made it home safe. Good morning to everybody at Phil's Boat Storage, Frederick Construction. Say good morning to the mayor of Parkville, everybody in Sherwood, and everybody else out there. We have a lot of cases this morning. It harkens back to the days, the old days. I think Ms. Davis has transferred back to the charging policies that existed before Dave Marvin. And this is Thursday, so it's State Police Day and Sheriff's Department Day. We have 31 defendants set for this morning for either a pretrial, actually about 40, pretrial show cause or arraignment. In theory, we're supposed to complete that by 10 o'clock because I have a zoning violation hearing involving Farrand Hall in Colin Township starting at 10. I've been studying that. I'm still not sure I exactly understand everything. But I have a lot going on. I think we may need an interpreter. Oh my. Thank you. We have somebody allegedly zooming in from Wisconsin. So we'll see. This may be about like last Friday was. We'll see how it goes. Mr. George and Mr. Reed are both on vacation. There's a couple of little ordinance stuff they've taken care of. We have final pretrials this afternoon, and we hope to resolve some cases there too. So we have a lot to do. Tomorrow we have landlord-tenant matters. I spent yesterday working on several cases. We've inherited one transfer case from the Kalamazoo County courts. One of their county commissioners was charged with resisting, obstructing a police officer and domestic violence. And that was assigned to the St. Joseph County Prosecutor's Office. So Deborah Davis authorized the charges, and the Supreme Court then appointed me as the judge. So the prosecutor is from St. Joe County and the judges. So I had to get that one sort of set up for some hearing. I've had a case transferred from the circuit court regarding a birthing center in Colin Township that I was aware of, but not knowledgeable. So I studied that. And the Rosemary Blair landlord-tenant case has been completed in the circuit court. It's been about 2 years since the matter went up to circuit court. So I have to further proceedings on that. So I was studying all those things. I'm reading a book called Beyond Beyond by Joseph Haywood, set in Russia at the time of Tsar Nicholas. A book I would recommend is one somebody here sent to me, Nowhere Man, or I think the first one's called Agent X, by Greg Hurwitz. I enjoyed those, so did my wife. Good morning, Denmark. I'm letting this run a little bit because I don't have any customers. I was hoping we'd hit the ground running. Also was advised yesterday by Victim Services that a young man who has some charges pending died in Three Rivers. And so I advised the court and his lawyer this morning that he had passed away. No, the cases are not today. They're at various times. We certainly don't even have enough time to have what we have today. One is set for a preliminary examination. One is set for a hearing on a preliminary injunction. And one is set for a motion to withdraw as counsel. And then I'll try to figure out what I need to do with them. Try to keep things moving. I don't try to let things sit. People want their cases to be heard, and they're entitled to have them heard. So we try to hear them. So I don't know who our duty defender is today. For some of you, it's very early. In New Brunswick, it's probably 8:47 or something. One of those provinces has like a half an hour time difference. Good morning, Melbourne. I was prosecutor from my days as a summer intern in 1980 till I took the bench on January 1st, 2023. In that time, I tried 108 felony trials. I forgot one that I tried in Berrien County. I don't know how many district court cases, 40 criminal sexual conduct cases. I tried everything from a dog at large to a first-degree murder. My son was at the Grand Hotel, and they had some pictures from the prosecutors' conferences in the past, and he sent me a picture of the Prosecuting Attorneys Association conference in 1990. I was young, so were all my colleagues. Mr. Gabry was in it at that time. He was the prosecutor in Ionia. Maybe it was Ionia County. Anyway, in Michigan, you have to be an attorney before you can be a judge. You have to be at least 35 years of age and have at least 5 years of practice. I took the bench in 2003. There is probably a case from the hotel bust. It's not civil, it's going to be criminal. I'm not sure who it is or when it is. Good morning to Germany. This is running longer than I expected. I don't have one customer in here. I have 17 arraignments and 14 pretrials and 2 show causes. So I'm not sure what the holdup is. I had hoped to start early. I may end up missing my lunch meeting today because it looks like we may end up going through lunch. I get hungry when that happens. Good morning to our California friends who are soon to visit Michigan. In Michigan, you're allowed to be a judge from, I guess, 35 to 70. 75, I guess. You can't run for judge after your 70th birthday. You can't have taken office. So next November, I will turn 70. I will be 70 at the time of the election, but I would be 71 at the time I took office. So I guess you can serve for about 35 years. It wasn't always that way. You could do it earlier. I did wear glasses when I was young. I was sort of on the borderline. I haven't worn them for a number of years. I've managed to pass my driver's test and I'm able to read. Here's Mr. Stickley. He's got a host of customers for me.
Morning, Judge.
Good morning. All right, it's time to get to work. Good morning, everybody. Come on in and have a seat. We're going to be kind of crowded today. People thought we were giving away free stuff or something. Thank you all for the kind comments and saying good morning from everywhere, including Colin and Three Rivers. All right, they're still coming in. Good morning, Deputy Kindig's here. He lets me in first thing in the morning. Now the doors aren't unlocked yet when I get here. I want everybody to come in through the main door. Deputy Tyler, I guess, is flourishing over in Three Rivers. We don't see him anymore. Maybe we'll go visit him. Good morning, Mr. Stickley.
What?
Good morning, everyone. Some of you have got a pretrial, some of you have got an arraignment. We got a lot to do. The arraignment is the process where the judge tells you what you're charged with and asks you how you wish to plead to the charge. We actually have 31 people set for one thing or another this morning, actually more than that, about 34. So I'm going to try to do this as efficiently as I can, but it is going to take me a while because I can only call one case at a time. We have a number of people with no insurance. Let's see here. Robert Adams isn't here. Let's start with Elizabeth Anton. Would you come forward, please? Come right up to the podium. Right there. You're the first one, so everybody will now follow your example. When I call your name, give the top copy of your advice of rights to the bailiff and then go over to the podium. Everything is being recorded. It's all being live streamed, but when you're at the podium, you're in frame for the camera and the voices activate the cameras. I think, Mr. Stickley, we may be, for the first time in many years, fully staffed at the prosecutor's office. Kudos to Miss Davis if she's pulled it off. They hired a new assistant prosecutor, Angelique Camfield, who was very experienced in other counties. And Ms. Stoll just took the bar exam, and I think she's going to start. I saw her yesterday. So that would get them to 5 people, prosecutor, chief assistant, 2 very experienced assistants, Mr. Gabriel and Ms. Camfield, and a new lawyer. So that would be great. One of the benefits would be they could have more people to help us with these misdemeanor arraignments. I'm looking for your file. So we start out with a big thud because you're not in here. All right, well, let me find it. That's odd. I'm not crazy. You're not in the queue. I might be crazy, but you're not in the queue. Tell me find it separately. I don't know what happened to Elizabeth Anton. Am I saying it correctly?
Yes.
All right, you got a ticket for driving without a valid operator's license. That might be our most common ticket. No, I can't even find it that way. Let me look at the file number. Elizabeth Anton. No wonder I can't find it. What's your name?
Elizabeth?
Elizabeth Lane Anton?
Yes.
They've got the ticket written as Anton Elizabeth Lane.
Oh, okay.
So no wonder I can't find it. So you must be in here under Lane, L-A-Y-N-E, so the name is wrong. But anyway, you got a ticket for no license ever applied. Shows that you don't have one. It is a minor. Do you have a license now?
I have an Indiana license, or I'm from Indiana.
Yes. Do you have an Indiana license?
No, that's the one that's suspended.
Okay, so that's the way they charged it, like this. Often we're a border county, so we get lots of people from Indiana. And sometimes when they have an Indiana suspension, it shows as this, no license ever acquired. It's a misdemeanor in Michigan, punishable by up to 90 days in jail and a fine of up to $500. Normal fine is $100 plus costs, and I would give you time to pay the fine. They allege that this happened on July 5th at 8 o'clock at night, Main and Clark Street here in Centerville. How do you plead to that charge?
Not guilty.
Are you working on getting your Indiana license?
Yes, I'll have that in a matter of weeks.
All right, well, at this point, the prosecutor probably wouldn't do anything to amend the charge if you come in with a valid license, they could amend it to something that wouldn't show up on your driving record. What do you have to do to get your license back?
Well, I have a piece of paper that I have to, I don't know, show the DMV and pay a reinstatement fee, I think so.
Okay, how'd you get here?
I did not drive. Someone else drove me.
All right, I'll set this out a month. Set a pretrial for September 11th. Gosh, for you to bring Indiana license. We should take a look at that case. She's in the system as Anton Elizabeth Lane, and her name is Elizabeth Anton, so I couldn't find the file. That'll be a Thursday, September 11th at 8:30 here at Bring Proof of Indiana License. All right, at this pace, I'll be done about midnight with all these cases, so let's see if I can go a little faster. All right, I will see you on September 11th.
All right, thank you.
And hopefully you'll have success with the Indiana DMV, and the county prosecutor would be likely to cut you some sort of a plea agreement, and you could pay a fine and keep your license. So you do what you need to do at the Indiana end.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. Michelle Bidleman. Good morning. Are you Michelle Lynn Bidleman?
Yes, I am.
All right, let me get your ticket. Let's find yours. Boy, that lady isn't there under Lane either. I don't know where she is, but I did find it. Miss Bidleman, at least you're in the queue. 1343. You got a ticket for driving on a valid license. No, wrong case. Let's take a look at it. You got a ticket July 7th at 5:54 a.m. Well, you 131 on Lovers Lane. Do you work in the RV industry?
I work at American Axle.
All right, it was real early. You're almost to work.
Yeah.
No proof of insurance and no license.
I do have my proof of insurance with me that I didn't have in the vehicle at the time.
Yes.
And I got my temporary instruction permit, and I just have to go in and get the driver's test done.
All right, very good. You did not drive here today,
No,
according
sir.
to the bailiffs.
I would,
Well, Go ahead.
I would probably recommend, because she's gonna end up getting it, maybe kicking it to a free trial.
I was gonna do the same thing as the last case. What we want is for everybody to get their driver's license. If I had a magic wand, I'd tap everybody on the head and give them their license back. There's a whole bunch of ways to get suspended. And sometimes people just never got a license. Well, it's time to get one.
Yes, it is.
All right, I'm gonna set a pretrial. Same day, 9/11/25 at 8:30. You and the last lady, Miss Anton, can come in and show them you got a license. Now, what you need is one of those cars that automatically parallel parks. And you just push a button, then I've seen more than a few people that didn't pass the first time around because of the parallel parking. I'm not too good at it myself. Are you missing work right now?
Yes, I am.
How long you been at American Axle?
Almost 3 years.
Good for you. All right, we're gonna have you miss again. Thursday, September 11th, 2025 at 8:30. Bring proof of full license, insurance. Oops. All right, Ms. Bidleman, I'm guessing you're gonna pass your test and come in here with a valid license. And there's a charge called allowing another to violate the motor vehicle code that the prosecutor often uses in cases like this. It doesn't carry any points and it doesn't go on your driving record. So it would be a charge where you'd have to pay a fine, but it wouldn't affect your ability to keep your license. So good luck with your driver's test. I set it out a month away in case you need to do it more than once. But let's take a shot at this on September 11th. Hopefully you'll come in here with a driver's license. All right, you're good to go. Brandon Fisher. Good morning, sir. Are you Brandon Michael Fisher?
Yes, sir.
You came here from Flint this morning?
No, I'm down here for school,
Where do you go to school?
Glen Oaks Community College.
All right. Are you living in the dorms?
No, I live in Three Rivers right now.
Hmm.
Just renting a place.
What are you studying?
Electrical. I'm an electrical apprentice.
Well, all right. I hope you like it here. This ain't the greatest. You got charged with impaired driving. That almost never happens. The charge is almost always driving while intoxicated, and impaired would be a lesser charge. They charge this on the ticket with impaired. So let's talk about it. Impaired driving is a misdemeanor. It's under the motor vehicle code. It carries a fine of up to $300, up to 93 days in jail. Fine of up to $300, up to 93 days in jail. Not 93 days, up to 93 days. And it puts a restriction on your license, which would allow you to drive to and from and in the course of employment. You were at M60 and Heimbach Road, which is near my house, and you were out of it. Driver was passed out behind the wheel. Driver woke up and hit the gas pedal. It was 3:35 a.m. Not much good happens at 3:35 a.m. July 20th was a Saturday night into Sunday morning. Your blood alcohol came back at a 0.05. I don't know if they took your blood and determined anything else was in there. The lawful limit for operating while intoxicated is 0.08. But you were apparently either quite tired or quite impaired or otherwise, so they actually charged it as impaired. Mr. Stickley, did you have a chance to discuss this with him?
We didn't have a chance to have an in-depth discussion, Your Honor, no, but it's tricky. It might be a generous offer, but at the same time, even impaired can lead to other consequences. I would
Advise you, do you want me to appoint a lawyer for you?
I think that would be appropriate, Your Honor.
This gentleman is the chief public defender. He's not just here for fun, although he does enjoy it, but he's here to look out for your rights. And I tend to agree with him. I think you could use a lawyer to help you with this. Do you have any objection to that? Or you have to say yes or no.
Yes, or no. I don't know.
That wasn't a very good question. Is that a yes or no question? Yes. You wish me to appoint a lawyer for and plead not guilty. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. All right. Plead not guilty, appoint an attorney. And set an attorney pretrial for September 5th. I'm going to be busy that day also. Classes will have started by then. I don't know if you have a Friday morning class on September 5th at 8:30. But we'll take a further look at this. I don't know if they did a blood test and there was something else in your system, or if you're on medication that might interact with alcohol, or you just hadn't slept for 2 days. But that ain't a good place to fall asleep. There have been several fatal accidents right at that corner. M60 and Heimbach met more than a few bad accidents at that intersection. All right, you go with the court officer and I'll see you on September 5th.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. Colin Potter, Mr. Fair, you're here for a pretrial this morning. Did you, Mr. Potter, come up to the podium? Did you get any of the other stuff taken care of?
Yeah, I just came in and paid off the rest of that fine from last time,
So-
and I'm just waiting for the.
All right, we'll wait for the prosecutor to line up.
I have.
Because I checked yesterday, you hadn't paid it, but I see you
Yeah, I
did.
hadn't had it right up here to pay it.
So
All right, very good.
what state is it?
Sorry, I got that song in my head. I heard the Indigo version this morning. Go Girls. It's been covered by everybody from Jerry Reed to James Taylor, but it's a very good song. Don't think twice, it's all right. All right, you're Colin Clayton Potter, is that correct?
Correct.
And you're from LaGrange. You got a ticket, the same ticket as the other lady earlier from Indiana, no ops ever. Let's take a look at your situation. You got charged with no license ever applied. I guess that's it. No operator in possession with a warning and disobeying a stop sign. No license ever applied is a misdemeanor. It's punishable by up to 90 days in jail and a fine of up to $500. And let's take a look at your driving record. I suspect, like the last lady, you've got Indiana issues. Here it just shows nothing. What's your status?
Your Honor, we have some proofs he needs to show the prosecutor,
Yeah.
so if we could maybe enter a not guilty for now, take a pass, if I could track somebody down.
All right, have a seat. We're hopeful that when we get fully staffed, we'll be able to do these pre-trials. When the ordinance cases come, the city attorneys are here for Three Rivers and Sturgis and Constantine and even White Pigeon. And we can deal with them right then. Come here from Granger, hopefully we can get somebody to address this. So you do have some proof of license and,
And insurance.
all right, very good. Have a seat, we'll come back to you. Ashley Gonzalez, good morning. We've got probably several of these today. Good morning. Are you Ashley T. Gonzalez?
Yes.
Judge Middleton, you're from Kalamazoo.
Yes.
You got a ticket for driving without insurance. And we get lots of those. We didn't used to. But they can run your license plate and tell whether the car is insured. They didn't used to be able to do that. So they can tell whether the car is insured. Not having insurance on your car is a misdemeanor. It's punishable by up to a year in jail and a fine of not more than $500 and not less than $200. It also requires that you be fingerprinted because it's punishable by more than 93 days in jail. Do you have insurance now?
I got insurance literally the next day.
All right, you have proof of it with you?
Yes.
Who's your carrier?
Geico?
There's a lesser charge that the last gentleman was charged with no proof of insurance. No insurance is punishable by up to a year in jail and a big fat fine. That means you didn't have insurance. No proof of insurance means you didn't have the little slip in the car. And that's a civil infraction. That's punishable by a fine of up to $150. And what usually happens when people show that they do have insurance, Mr. Stickley will confer with the prosecutor's office. And if they show proof of insurance, the prosecutor would be willing to reduce it to a civil infraction. So I'm going to ask you to have a seat along with Mr. Potter, and Mr. Stickley will confer with the prosecutor here when we get a break.
Thank you.
So don't go away. See if we can take care of you in this trip. We've got a couple more of those. Let's see who else got that. Jennifer Howard. Is she here? Jennifer Howard from Edwardsburg. I'll come back to that one. Jennifer Mo. What's up with that? Yesterday we had 10 people scheduled, 2 showed up. Patrick Wilson. I guess the kind of people that drive with no insurance don't show up for court. All right, let's talk to the people that are here. Brandon Reuter. Good morning, sir. Are you Brandon Reuter?
Reader, yes, sir.
How do you say it?
Reader.
Reader, sorry about that. You got charged with no cycle endorsement. Let's take a look at the actual ticket.
What?
I think it should be just no operator's license.
I was gonna say,
Sometimes it comes out in the
like I
face
definitely got
sheet.
pulled over in my truck.
A.L. Jones Road and M60. No license ever applied. Crime of the day, same as the last folks. You were going back to the future at 74 and a 55. Rather than charge you with speeding, they issued a ticket for impeding traffic, which was a break. Just as a tip, the cops sit out there at M60 near the landfill and you write a ton of tickets, people blasting up and down M60. And they write a lot of tickets on 131, all the American Axle people driving late to work. The state police sit on 131, the sheriff sits here. So we get a lot of tickets right from this location. And you were going too fast and they pulled you over. So let's take a look at your driving record. State ID from Michigan. Do you have your license now?
No, I'm still working on getting it back because it got suspended in Indiana. And then when I moved to Michigan, I got the runaround from Michigan about getting my license because of Indiana.
Yeah, you can't get a Michigan license till you get unsuspended.
And then when I paid all my fines from Indiana, now Michigan still won't issue me a license and nobody will tell me why.
Let's see here. Yeah, that's old. You haven't had anything on Michigan
And forever.
in 10 years, 12 years. Out of state withdrawal, jurisdiction, Indiana. Driving privileges out of state, suspended 7/13/16 through indefinite from Indiana. I don't know if I've ever seen this. So you got an Indiana suspension from 10 years ago. Which means you shouldn't be blasting at 75, 4 and a 55.
No.
To call attention to yourself.
No, I
Tell
didn't even
everybody-
realize how fast I was going. That was what I told the cop too, because my speedometer in my truck is off.
7:08 a.m. That's early. We headed to work.
Yes, sir.
Where do you work?
Spar, I work at Spar Technologies. I'm a bike builder for different Walmarts and stuff.
Okay. All right. Mr. Stickley, you got a thought here?
My only thought is sometimes these Indiana things seem to get worked out relatively quick. So if he wants to take a quick shot at it, maybe we enter a not guilty plea, set up for a free trial in a couple of weeks.
All right, well, it's gonna be incumbent upon you to deal with Indiana. Now, when you say nobody will, your problem is with the Indiana DMV, not Michigan. If you can show a clearance from Indiana, and you now live in Michigan, but yeah, this stuff is more than 10 years old. How'd you get here?
My wife.
All right, very good. That's a long commute from Kalamazoo to Indiana for, what kind of bikes do you make?
I mean, just whatever Walmart needs.
They call
Rebuild
those
their rack.
BSOs,
Yeah,
bicycle shaped objects.
yeah, pretty much.
Where do they do that?
We just travel around.
Oh, so you go to that Walmart,
Yeah,
put them together at
different-
that store?
Yeah, each different store is different.
Huh, that's interesting. There's a video channel that I watch sometimes on YouTube, The Bike Farmer from Wisconsin, and he does a lot of bicycle repair stuff. I'm not very good at bicycle repair, but I would like to learn more. All right, we're gonna be busy. I'm gonna set pre-trial for 9/11/25 at 8:30. Bring proof of license. For everybody else, when you're driving down M60 near the West Side landfill, slow down. Thursday, 9/11/25, 8:30. Bring proof of license. They can cut you a break on this, which would be a charge, which would not prohibit you from getting a license. that's up to the prosecutor. The prosecutor makes the charge, not the judge. The judge does the sentence if there's a conviction on the charge, but I don't have the discretion to dismiss a charge or alter it. That's up to the prosecutor. So I'll see you on September 11th. Wrestle with Indiana. See whatever you can get, bring whatever paperwork you can get from Indiana or Michigan SOS, but you got a little more than a month. But you got some homework to do because I want you to work on getting your license straightened out.
Yes, sir.
All right, you're good to go.
All
Thank
right.
you, sir.
Thank you.
Iris Lopez Cortez. Good morning.
Good morning.
Are you Iris Lopez Cortez?
Yes,
How do you say it?
just like that. You said it right.
Okay. You were driving down US 12 at 8 o'clock at night on September 5th, which was the holiday weekend. You got a ticket for open intox,
It
tinted
was,
windshield and impeding traffic. 2 liquor bottles inside the vehicle. Windshield clock going 70, not 55. Usually the only people that get tinted windshield tickets happen in Sturgis.
yeah, it wasn't at night. It was in the morning. I was on my way to work.
Oh, let me see, 7:54 AM. Where do you work?
McDonald's in Sturgis.
You drive from South Bend to Sturgis?
I was living with my cousin for a while, so I got a job at McDonald's. So I was hanging out with my cousin the day before, and they left bottles in there. And I had work the next day, so I didn't remember the.
All right, yeah, it was 4th of July. Mr. Stickler, are you willing to talk to the prosecutor on this?
Yeah, I could do that, or we could set up for a free trial. whatever works.
She's all the way from South Bend. Let's see if you
All right.
can. All right, have a seat. Are you still working at McDonald's in Sturgis?
Yeah.
Are you- You go from South Bend to Sturgis now, or are you still living over here?
Yeah, I still work at McDonald's. Just only the weekends.
Okay, all right. Have a seat. We'll have Mr. Stickler see if we can get some help. Oops. All right, Clinton Witerberg. I don't think I've taken one plea this morning. Good morning, sir. Are you Clinton Joseph Witerberg?
Yeah, Witerberg.
Witerberg, you're from Vicksburg?
Yeah.
Probably Vicksburg. They know how to say it right. Witerberg, you got a ticket for July 4th, the day before this last lady, 11:51 at night, driving suspended, refusing a preliminary breath test and improper plate. The most serious charge is the driving suspended. Let's see why you're suspended. You're revoked for a long time. Secretary of State Driver License Appeal Division's got a long memory. You got 2 drinking driving offenses 15 years ago, and your license has been suspended ever since. You haven't had a ticket, at least in Michigan, for 10 years. Driving suspended is a misdemeanor. It's punishable by up to 93 days in jail and a fine of up to $500. Carries 2 points and requires your license be suspended. The fact that you refuse a preliminary breath test is a red flag. Mr. Stickley, what's your thought here?
I would recommend you plead not guilty and actually get an attorney. It's kind of an interesting situation.
Mr. Witerberg, do you have any objection to that?
No, I don't.
Are you missing work right now?
Yeah, my boss dropped me off as he's out bidding some work right now.
Where do you work?
For the WT tree forestry.
Oh,
I'm
logging
a
stuff?
tree climber.
Well, that used to be the most dangerous job in America. It might still be.
It's a fun one.
Have you ever done anything to try to get your license back?
They basically want me to pay about $5,000 for a lawyer.
Yeah, the problem is, even though it's 15 years ago, they continue the suspension and they want to know that you're not drinking. And this refusing a preliminary breath test is going to be a red flag for them. So you're not going to be able to get your license. You are between the proverbial rock and the hard place.
I feel stuck with.
And you're stuck with it. Yes.
Speaking with the lawyer about it and what I have to do, I had to close out.
It's a long
things.
process and
Yeah.
you're not, as I said,
Oh, yeah.
you're a couple of years away from being able to get it back.
It's a
The
pain.
fact that you're driving and you won't take a breath test is gonna scare them.
Mhm.
All right, appoint an attorney, set attorney pre-trial. Or. Hello. Did you have a pre-trial with the prosecutor?
Yeah.
Okay, good. That means there's somebody doing it. Set attorney pre-trial for. Mr. Fair, why don't you go out and check in at the counter and let them know that you're here for a pre-trial. That'll be 9/5/25 at 8:30. We'll get a lawyer to help you with this, but don't drive anymore to make it worse. But you're in a tough spot. My advice, if you're gonna, I don't know what to say. They didn't do any further evaluation. But when you refuse a preliminary breath test, that'll suspend your license further.
Yeah, Owen was driving a mile home, but somebody.
All right, well, don't say any more about it. I'm not unwilling to hear what you have to tell me, but I don't want you to compromise your rights. This was Nottawa and Wasippi Road, which is officially out in the middle of nowhere. Amish country. All right, anyway, you go with the court officer. We'll get a lawyer to help you with this. All right, thanks. Kenneth Gonzalez-Praau. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Let me look at your ticket. Kenneth Bayardo Gonzalez-Praau. That's you, sir?
Yes, sir.
You live in Constantine?
Yep.
All
That's
right, you
correct.
got no ops ever acquired and defective equipment and license plate light.
Yep.
We've had a bunch of these. No ops ever acquired is a misdemeanor punishable by up to 90 days in jail, fine of up to $500. This just shows not a driver's license. You ever have a license in another state?
Yeah.
Where's that?
I got this license, sir.
All right, let's see what you got.
Yeah.
Where's it from?
Sorry?
What state is it from?
You know, he has an international translation card.
All right, let me see it.
Get in school. Really be able to.
This isn't a driver's license. Not sure what it is. I ask people sometimes where they got it and they said La Tienda. They bought it at a store in Elkhart. This has a QR code that doesn't connect to anything. It's often hard to determine what are valid licenses and what aren't. Where did you get this?
On a store called Multi-Express,
Yes,
located in Elkhart, Indiana.
yeah. There used to be a store in Key West where you could get a Conch Republic passport, which looked like a passport. And you could become a citizen of the Conch Republic. And people were using those like for international travel. Anyway, this isn't a driver's license. It's something you bought at a store. It doesn't connect anything. They're cheating people. Did you ever have a license somewhere else?
No.
All right, well, this ain't a driver's license, but it's good, I guess, for ID. So this charge is a misdemeanor. It's punishable by up to 90 days in jail and a fine of up to $500. Normal fine is $100 plus cost. Do you wish to plead guilty to that charge, or you want to plead not guilty and have me have an attorney for you? What would you like to do?
I already fixed the lights on the car. That's what I get the ticket in first place, the defective equipment.
Yes,
I
so
already
we'll
fixed it.
dismiss that one, the defective equipment, when you fix the
The-
light bulb.
The defective equipment was the lights on the plate.
Yes, and that's been fixed.
Yeah, I already fixed it, all that, so it's working right now.
All right,
For the driver license, so I
that'll
make
save you
all the paperwork.
$105. Are you willing to plead to the no valid ICE ops?
Sorry?
Are you willing to plead to not having a valid driver's license?
Yeah.
Or anybody threaten you to get you to do that?
Sorry?
Anybody threaten you to try to get you to plead to that charge
No,
or promise you anything?
no,
Well, what you have there is not a driver's license. How'd you get here?
my wife is here. She
Very
provided.
good. Like I said, it could be an ID, but if it was that easy, people would just go to La Tienda and buy a driver's license, but it's not. It doesn't, do you have residency, lawful residency status?
I'm trying to get my resident right now.
All right, that's half of the battle, because unless you have lawful residency status, you can't get a license. There's nothing bad on here. The other gentleman had 2 drunk driving convictions, which were like a millstone around his neck. He can't get a license because he's got that. You don't have anything. You don't even have a speeding ticket. The problem is you can't get a license unless you get lawful residency status. That wasn't always the way it was, but after September 11th, they changed the rules. Every once in a while, I'll see some old timer that's been here for a long time that had a valid license before that, and then it got lapsed. All right, I'm going to dismiss taillight ticket fixed. It's called a fix-it ticket. If you fix it, they'll dismiss it, which I just did. Where were you going?
When you go to the gas station, it's like a half mile or less on where I'm living right now. So I just go to buy something on the gas and go back to the house. So the officer followed me to the house and gave me the ticket on my house where I'm living right now.
All right, well, don't do it anymore, because next time they'll see you, they'll pull you over again.
Okay.
It's $100 fine, $75 crime victims' rights fee, and a $50 state minimum fee, $225.
I
Can
have
you
to
pay
pay
that
it
to-
right now. I'm sorry.
Right now.
I just have to pay it right now.
No,
or-
I give you 30 days if you need it.
Okay. I would appreciate it, sir.
Due September. The other ticket's dismissed, which saves you $105. That's our first actually plea of the morning. Those things look pretty good. The store's got a pretty good market going, selling those things, but they don't have any value as a driver's license.
I'm gonna check that with the store, sir.
They're cheating people. All right, you go, take that envelope. You're free to go. You can bring in money, send a certified check of money, or pay online.
I only had to pay in check or can come here.
You
to
can
pay?
come here and pay, or you can pay with a credit card online.
Okay. Thank you very much. That's it,
All
sir.
right. Yes, you're good to go.
Thank you very much, Your Honor.
All right, we're working on one more arraignment. And then we'll take up our pre-trials and Mr. Stickley, then maybe we'll let you sneak out and talk to the prosecutor on the people that are waiting. Actually, I have 2 people. William Huey. So far, they haven't, shouldn't even say this. Figured out how to do a fake QR code. So the legitimate licenses have a QR code that connects to something. Are you William Christopher Huey?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Huey, good morning. You're charged with driving suspended at Coon Hollow and Kerr Creek Road near 131 on July 18th, 25. Let's take a look at your driving record. You are revoked, have been for a while. We've met before. I went to school with Bill Huey. Was that your dad?
Yes, sir.
I think we've talked about that before. He's passed away, hasn't he?
No.
Billy Huey still alive?
Yes, sir.
Well, that's good to hear. You got lots of old baggage on your driving record, and you got about 6 or 7 prior driving suspendeds. The best I can say is under the new status of the law, I would give you a fine and time to pay it. But driving suspended is a misdemeanor. It's punishable by up to 93 days in jail and a fine of up to $500. Carries 2 points and requires that your license be suspended, which it already is. How do you plead to this charge?
I want to plead not guilty.
All right. Okay, the prosecutor may advocate for a jail sentence. They may also charge it to driving suspended second offense. You've got, I don't know, 6 or 7 prior driving suspendeds, plus several drinking driving convictions, which are what is jamming you up. Are you trying to get?
Them are old.
Yeah, they don't ever go away. 30 years later, they still forget about it, or don't forget about it. All right. Do you want me to appoint a lawyer for you?
I would kind of like to talk to somebody. I mean,
All right,
I
so
am trying
just a
to, I am
pretrial?
trying to change my life around.
All right, we'll set a pretrial for 9. I'll set it sooner. I got too many set for that day. Are you missing work right now?
Yes, sir.
Where do you work?
Clark Logic, 3 Rivers.
That's a good place. Jamie Clark's a good guy. Do you have to drive for them?
My boss picks me up.
No, Clark Logic's been a great employer for my sobriety court, been very supportive. And he works with his guys like this, have a job, pick them up. All right, I'm gonna set it for 8/21/25 at 8:30. Wants to talk to the prosecutor. I hope to get back to the day when we can have a prosecutor talk to you right now, but we aren't quite there. Ms. Davis has been much more receptive to that than Mr. Marvin was.
I know I have a bad history with my driving record and all, but 50 years old, I'm trying to get. I want to
Well,
do right.
sometimes it's time
I
to,
messed it up, I know,
change our ways.
and I'm working on it.
All right, Mr. Huey, I will see you on the 21st of August. Ryan Klein. Another no-show. All right. Famous Cammy Becker is here, so I can do her case. We got a lot of no-shows, which we'll come back to and address. Brian Lewis Klein of Edwardsburg, Brandon Ransbottom. Brandon Ransbottom, we're going to do in order to show cause. Mr. Stickley, this would be a good time for you to check in with the prosecutor on those. I didn't get anything back. Have you guys got any paperwork on Miss Becker? She said she had a pretrial with the prosecutor, but I didn't get the file back. Miss Becker, have a seat. This may take me a minute to find your file.
Was I supposed to meet with the prosecutor?
Yes,
I was?
yeah.
Oh, I haven't not done that.
Oh, all right. Well, okay, I'm not ready for you yet then.
Okay.
Yeah,
Want
you
me
were
to go
set
right
for
out
a
there?
pretrial.
I was.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right, I misunderstood.
As
Well,
did I.
why don't you take her out and we'll,
Did you already check?
all right, Brandon Lee Ransbottom, no ops from Bronson, failed to appear. We'll try an order to show cause first. File number 251344. Brian Lewis Klein, that's the dude from Wisconsin who was supposed to zoom in, did not. Warrant remains out. Mr. Klein, this is file 241295ST. He called the court and asked for special permission to zoom in because he was in Wisconsin. And I allowed it, but he hasn't zoomed in. Maybe the time is different in Wisconsin. It's a different day or something. So he has a warrant out presently, and I guess it's gonna stay out. Patrick Wiltsey of Bronson failed to appear on multiple charges. That's the first appearance. He came into the counter and the ticket wasn't ready yet. So they gave him a notice for today, but he's not here. So Mr. Wiltsey, we were ready for you, but he didn't show up. We'll try in order to show cause first. as I said, I have 13 pretrials, and I was hopeful that the prosecutor was out conducting them. When I saw Miss Becker, I thought maybe they had. Jennifer Moe. She knows enough to be here. She's not here, and we're gonna do a show cause on her too. All this is a waste of time, because if she were here, we could deal with it, but if she isn't, we can't. The other option is issue a bench warrant. I'm gonna try and order to show cause first. If I had more time, I'd call her and wake her up. Michelle, are there people out there waiting for a pretrial?
Yes, people have been seen, and we have not.
Okay, so sometimes maybe they get a lawyer for them or they dismiss the charge.
Would you
Jennifer,
like me to take your paperwork to the clerk, sir?
not yet. Jennifer Howard, 251346 SM, has failed to appear. She's from Edwardsburg.
The number you have dialed is not in service.
It never is. Defendant FTA for arraignment. Tried to call without success. Try order to show cause first. Jennifer Howard, you missed your court date. You need to get in here and take care of it. So find Jennifer Mao. Hi.
Hi. Brian Klein was struggling to get logged in through Zoom, but now he's trying on a friend's phone. He was able to.
Yes, he was the Wisconsin
Yeah.
guy.
So he's trying again.
All right. Okay, here's what I got so far. How are they doing on the pretrials?
They're coming in. We've had some attorney requests and some civil infraction requests. I think they're still working on them.
Okay, there were 13 of them, so,
Yeah.
all right, thanks. An attorney means it gets set for a pretrial conference. Civil infraction means they completed the civil infraction without coming into the courtroom. So either way, they're resolving the cases, but they don't have to come in here. My last regular arraignment is Robert Adams. He's from Three Rivers. No insurance. Defendant FTA for arraignment. Try OSC first. While you were gone, Mr. Stickley, I tried to call a couple people and wake them up, but I wasn't successful. All right, now we do have a couple of cases that maybe need a little help from the prosecutor. So we took a break and Mr. Stickley went out. Ashley Gonzalez has proof of insurance. And what'd you find out on that one?
On
Mr.
Ashley Gonzalez, are willing to do no proof, Your Honor.
All right, Miss Gonzalez, would you come up to the podium? Who'd you speak to?
I talked to Mr. Mayor on all three.
Thank you, Josh. I didn't go to trivia last night, but I expect he probably won again. Ms. Gonzalez, the prosecutors agreed to dismiss this misdemeanor charge for a civil infraction charge of no proof of insurance. That's punishable by a $150 fine. Are you willing to admit to that charge?
Yes, Your Honor.
You didn't have this proof of insurance in your car at the time, and then later the same day you got insurance.
Yes, sir.
Very good. What do you do in Kalamazoo?
Right now I'm in between jobs. My boyfriend works out here, and that's why I'm out here every day.
Out in St. Joe County?
No, I'm not out here. Where I got pulled over. American Axle.
Okay. All right, well, so fine is $150 by 30 days, which is 809,825. You can pay it right now if you want to, but you can use a credit card. Or send in a certified check or money order or bring in green cash. you're good to go.
Thank you.
So it's not a crime, it's a civil infraction.
Okay, and where do I go if I wanted to? pay
Right
something
down
I
here
already
at the
know?
counter.
Just at the counter?
Mhm.
So
All
I'm
right.
good?
Yes, good luck to you.
Thank you.
Colin Potter, good morning.
He showed proof of the driver's license being reinstated and the insurance. The prosecutor's office is going to dismiss Mr. Potter's case.
Oh, wow. What about, and all together?
The driving while license and the no proof, yeah. So the no trips, yeah.
There's a stop sign, they're gonna dismiss that too.
I didn't have that one, Your Honor, for some reason. I apologize. I just back. Is it a civil infraction?
Yes, under, that would be a $120 fine. The other charges would be dismissed.
I apologize. I
right, well,
did not bring that
All right,
up.
we'll set them aside. I should have given you the file, I'm
See if I
sorry.
can grab that in a second.
Iris Lopez Cortez. In an open intox where she said it wasn't hers. She was driving to work. She had a defective equipment and an impeding traffic.
So, Your Honor, if she takes the speeding, they will dismiss the rest.
All right. All right, well, it's not even actually speeding, it's impeding traffic.
Or impeding. Okay.
It's a special kind of speeding that doesn't carry any points. It does carry a $105 fine. So they're gonna dismiss the defective equipment and dismiss the open intox misdemeanor if you plead to impeding traffic, which is a very watered down kind of speeding ticket. Do you understand?
Yes.
Are you willing to admit to that?
Yeah.
All right, I guess it says you were going 70. All right, impede traffic fine is $105. By fee schedule, our fee schedule is much lower than other counties. If this was Kalamazoo County, it'd probably be $270 or something, but can you pay that within 30 days? $105?
Yeah.
I'll make that due by August. Excuse me, September 8th. Well, Mr. Fair and Miss Becker both have gone out to see the prosecutor. There's your information. Jenny, if Mr. Klein can, you can get an email address from him, I can send him a message to join. But he's not having any success logging in. Ms. Cortez, you're free to go.
I can leave it.
You can just pay it right here if you want to, right at the counter.
I'll just wait.
All right.
Thank you.
Brandy Brown. Brandy, why don't you just sit right there next to your PO? This is file number 222311 ST, Brandy Marie Brown. Brandy's here with her probation officer, Daniel Frazine. This is just a consult. I kind of try to stay in contact with Miss Brown. She had a bad accident where she got an injury, which really debilitated her. And she's been recovering from that. Daniel and I discussed this, a few weeks ago, and he said, well, let's just have her come in for a consultation. So Daniel, what's the status here?
Well, last I have is she owes $25 on 2018-69 ST, never paid on 21-1313111080. It's an ordinance, and never paid on 23-11 ST. She did pay off one or two of the other cases, but she got a new citation, 25-9068882.
Just slow down.
25-9068882, which I have, she still owes 120, but I do believe she made a payment today. I don't know on which one it went to. Probation was usually the last one that it goes to, so. But I'm not sure you can charge anything for probation. I think you're just charging her to.
I just had her on probation to get. So did you make a payment today, Ms. Brown?
Yes, Your Honor, I did.
How much did you pay today?
$50.
All right. what I would like to do is get everything paid and get off your back. What's the new ticket for?
It said that when he pulled me over, he told me I stopped just past the stop sign. But the ticket says I failed to obey a stop sign, but I'm fighting that ticket because actually this time I was not wrong.
All right, well, how are you doing with your recovery?
I'm doing a lot better. I still need help here and there, but I take care of myself till pretty much. I still need help showering or dressing sometimes, but I'm doing a lot better.
All right, well, we'll keep making a dent on this. You keep
She
making.
is at the maximum 2 years. So we can't have her on
All right, I'm
probation.
gonna discharge from probation. But continue order to show cause docket.
My understanding is that payment plan, even if she's not on probation, will still continue.
Yes, payment plan will continue.
Done with me?
Thank you.
Good luck.
Brandy, are you still at North Lakeview?
Yes, Your Honor.
Your phone number still end in 4790?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, you're good to go. You just keep making those payments. We'll get this all paid off.
Thank you.
I'm down to just under almost over $1,000 now.
All right, a little bit at a time. Good morning, sir. Are you Brian Klein? Let me unmute your microphone. Mr. Klein, this is file number 241295. You got a ticket in St. Joe County, Michigan for driving without a valid operator's license on May 5th of 2024. Then you promptly failed to appear, posted a bond, and never showed up again. Now you're in Wisconsin and you'd like to get your license back and take care of this. There's also a warrant for your arrest. No valid operator's license is sometimes referred to as no ops. It's a misdemeanor. It's punishable by up to 90 days in jail and a fine of up to $100 plus cost. If you plead guilty to this charge, I'm going to give you a fine. I'm going to give you some time to pay it, and I'm going to recall the warrant for your arrest. What do you wish to do, Mr. Klein?
I wish to take care of it, Your Honor, right away. I can pay the fine today.
All right. Were you driving a car here in St. Joe County on May 4th of 2024?
I was, Your Honor.
Was your license not valid at that time?
And no, I was in the process of getting it back. I was suspended in Indiana, and I'm still in the process of getting it back, but I'm just about there.
Well, this is going to go on your driving record. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. It doesn't carry a suspension, but it does carry 2 points. All right. I'm going to recall the warrant. Recall the bench warrant. Fine and cost is $100, $125 of state costs. Anybody promise you anything to get you to plead to this charge?
No, Your Honor, I'm just trying to get my life in order.
Well, I respect that. One thing you just did is recall the warrant that was out for your arrest. No ops is actually a pretty minor offense. It does carry 2 points, but it doesn't carry a suspension.
Okay.
Do you understand that by pleading to this charge, you'll be giving up your right to have a trial in front of a judge or a jury? There will be no trial. Do you understand that?
Yeah, yes, I do, Your Honor.
If you had a trial, you'd have the right to be represented by an attorney. If you could not afford an attorney, we could appoint one for you at county expense. If you had an attorney, or if you had a trial, you'd have the right to have any of the witnesses for or against you subpoenaed to come to court, so they could be questioned under oath. You would have the right to take the witness stand and testify on your own behalf, but you don't have to because you have a right not to testify, and you have the right to be presumed innocent unless the state was able to prove your guilt beyond a reasonable doubt. I believe I have $100 of bond in here. The good news, Mr. Klein, is this thing is done. Good morning, Ms. Strong. Did you get my email this morning?
I did, unfortunately.
not what I wanted to start my day with.
Well, Maxine had actually tried to call you also, but most importantly, I think we need to let the forensic center know.
Yeah, and I've already been in touch with Pivotal and I'll call the forensic center as well, but
All right,
we'll let
thank
them know.
All right, thank you.
Thank
I
you.
think our office may have already done that, so we'll find out.
I'll belt and suspenders. Thank you, though.
Okay. Well, I don't see any bond in here. I guess bond is $100, hasn't been posted. So you owe $225.
Okay.
That's due by September 8th.
Okay.
You can call the ladies for instructions on how to pay it. Or you can just mail in a certified check or money order to the court, but there's a way to do it online with a credit card if you wish to do that.
Okay.
But you're gonna need to get some help from them. If you were here, I'd just give you an envelope with the information in it.
Okay.
All right. The warrant is recalled. You pled guilty to no ops. You have a $225 fine. It'll go on your driving record. And you're good to go.
All right, thank you so much.
Yes,
Okay, so I can sign out.
yes, you could sign off.
Thanks, Your Honor.
All right, now what's your name, sir?
Me,
Yeah,
Maxwell,
what's your last name, Maxwell?
All
All right.
I'm here for the 10 a.m. trials.
Oh, you're just here. I thought you're certainly, it's a public courtroom. Everybody's welcome. I thought that case might generate some interest. Mr. Stickley, what else have you got for me?
On the Colin Potter matter, Your Honor, they'll dismiss the parking or the stop sign.
All right, dismiss all charges. It's a pretty sweet deal, Mr. Potter.
For sure.
For Josh Robert. You're good to go, sir.
Yeah, you're real.
All right, that finishes our arraignments. We have a number of pretrials percolating out there. Mr. Peter Fair was out there. And Cammy Becker was back. And from her world tour, she stopped by Centerville. I gotta get the file. You have $228 worth of other unpaid tickets. All right, yeah, could somebody bring me Cammy Becker's file? We're coming up on our 10 o'clock hearing. I'd like to get as much of this done before that starts. I knew this would be a busy morning. We had a lot of no-shows, which are not very efficient when the people don't show up, but they do make the morning go faster. Thank you, Josh.
Good morning.
Is Abby with us now?
Yep, Abby's with us.
All right, I said a little announcement that she was with us. So we are fully staffed for the first time in about 10 years.
Yeah.
Congratulations to all concerned. Yes, Abby Stoll is with us also. That's very good news. All right, Cammy Jean Becker got charged with no operator's license. She had a pretrial with the prosecutor this morning. Mr. Robert has agreed to reduce it to a charge called allowing another to violate the motor vehicle code. That's the one that carries no points, doesn't get abstracted to your license, and won't affect your ability to keep or maintain your driving privileges. Very good. Ms. Becker, how are you doing?
I am doing extremely good
Where are you?
here in Centerville.
All right, you've had your ups and downs.
I
I'm
have.
glad to hear you're doing better.
I am.
Are you working someplace?
I'm not yet. I am currently watching the kids while boyfriend goes to work. But I'm currently looking, like because ups and downs, it's a little bit more difficult than it is for others to find a job. So
but right now you're sort of a stay-at-home mom.
Yeah. Hence my little sidekick.
She was with you before.
Absolutely. She's with me everywhere.
All right, well, the good news is this won't go on your driving record. The bad news is it carries a $75 fine, $75 crime victims' rights fee, and a $50 state minimum fees. That's $200. I'm gonna make it part of your current payment plan.
Okay.
I'm gonna give you a little cutout here of what it is that you do owe.
Okay. And like I said, I just made a payment this morning, so
All right, very good. How much?
50.
Very good. Well, we'll just send you out to the counter. I was gonna give you that sheet. Here it is. They don't trust me with scissors. These are the big ones. Somebody sent me some small ones because they were afraid I'd hurt myself. Here's what you owe minus the $50 that you paid today.
Okay.
All right, you're good to go. Let me give this to the court officer. He can take you out and you can make this part of your payment plan.
Okay.
Shayna, do I have any more pre-trials coming in? All right, good luck, Ms. Becker. Maybe I won't see you for a while unless I see you.
Listen,
On
it's
my
been
walk.
a long time since you've seen me this time.
Okay, I don't mind seeing you. I just don't like seeing you in here.
Right, exactly. And I get that. And look, at least it's nothing like, before.
Yeah, well, I used to like to see you when I went through your aisle at Myers, but that isn't a thing anymore.
Unfortunately, it's not, but
All
at
right.
least it's not what it was either.
Yes, all right, you're good to go. Thank you.
Hey, Judge Wilson, are you able to do in custody polycoms today later? Because Judge P's not gonna get to them.
Yeah,
Sorry, I know you're in the middle of something.
I'll
skip them in your queue.
well, yeah, all of these?
No, just the ones that have RKP's initials by them. So,
Chad Salman and Christopher Wright.
and I don't know if there's one more.
Yeah, I've got a competency hearing at 3.
If you can't
I'll do them.
Okay, apologies, you can do Judge P. I'll send everything to you.
Yeah, go ahead. Well, apparently we got more to do than we thought, so that's always all right. We didn't have enough to do this morning, so we thought we'd. Good afternoon, everyone. We have a couple of final pre-trials. We had 3. One was a dismissal filed by the prosecutor's office, and that leaves 2. And I know one is resolved. I'm not clear on the other one yet. But, and then I was just handed some other stuff. Apparently I've got some other things I need to do. That's all right. That's why we're here. All right, this matter is multiple files in the matter of Tyrone Valentine. There are, as I said, multiple files. 24176 OM, 24235 OM. These are all trespass. 24344 OM trespass. 24345 OM trespass. 24346 trespass. 24355 trespass. 24470 trespass. Yeah, no, there's one more. 241336 disorderly person, City of Three Rivers. These are all ordinance cases. Defendant is represented in these matters by attorney Luke Knopfsinger. Timothy George and Timothy Reed are not available from the City of Three Rivers, but they have communicated with attorney Knopfsinger. Mr. Valentine was also charged with a felony, a robbery charge, which that was the charge, and went to the forensic center for a psychiatric evaluation regarding his competency. He was in jail altogether, I think 101 days. Does that sound right, Mr. Valentine?
No, it was more than that.
Yeah, Judge,
It was like 200 some days.
The court.
At one time I had made a note of what it was.
Judge, in the register of actions, and I compared it with my notes, he was credited 230 days
230.
in 24,139.
All right. That was the unarmed robbery case.
Yes.
So the city, is my understanding, is willing to accept a plea to one count and dismiss all other counts. Is that correct?
Yes, Judge.
And that's what the email from Mr. George states. Mr. Valentine, even if I wanted to, I can't put you in jail anymore. You've done 230 days on a 90-day misdemeanor. So what I'm going to do if you enter this plea is I'm going to give you credit for time served and let you get back to it. You understand?
Yeah, that's fine.
All right. Anybody threaten you to get you to plead to this charge? No, the question is which one? There's so many of these. The disorderly person one was last July 21st. Let's take a look at that. I don't know, Luke, would you rather do a trespass or a disorderly person?
I'd rather do a trespass, Judge.
All right, well, let's pick one.
I just selected 24,335.
All right.
There are a handful of dates, line share January, February, March last year.
And Mr. Valentine, it's hard to even keep these straight. Keep these individual cases apart.
Yeah, and when the police approached me at those gas stations, they brought me to the hospital while I was seek treatment.
Did you say 235, Luke?
355.
355, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, 335. Mr. Valentine and I have known each other for some time. He's probably been charged with trespassing over 100 times, primarily at the Shell stations. Defendant had what Pivotal called a baseline delusion that he owned them. And this was at the Shell gas station on North Main Street on June 26th. Do you recall, or do you believe you were there that day? You had been previously told not to go there.
Yeah, I was there.
All right. Now, you and I discussed this. I've seen you doing really well, and I've seen you doing not well. In fact, we discussed this. WMMT did a story about the clubhouse. They did a nice story about you and how the clubhouse was helping your circumstance and how well you were doing. Before we went on the record, you told me you got your job back at Applebee's. You're working full-time at Applebee's?
Yeah, full-time. I go to clubhouse every day, though.
And you're going to clubhouse, and you're taking your medications, and you're cooperating with the acting.
Yes, sir.
And you know you don't own the Shell stations.
Yes, I come realize that.
All right, I can't ask for more. You were in jail for such a long time because it takes a while to get a competency evaluation. The Center for Forensic Psychiatry we've got several we've been waiting a long time for. And then once they find that you're not competent, they have to put you in the facility and find that you are competent. I believe you're competent right now. You and I are having a rational conversation. You're doing well. You're on your medication. I talked to someone from Pivotal yesterday about some other things, and your name came up. And she told me, our new jail liaison, that you were doing quite well. So I'm pleased to hear it. If you get off your medications, we're going to be right back in the same boat.
Yeah, I know. I'm going to take them.
All right, 90 days jail. Oops. Credit 90 days. It's actually 230 some days. I'm going to waive all fines and costs.
Thank you, Judge.
And there's no, I don't think I can even put you on probation. But if I did, the conditions of probation would be that you take all medication as prescribed, cooperate with Pivotal. And you're doing that, so I hope you continue. And it says something about you that Applebee's was willing to give you your job back.
Yeah.
You've been working in food service for many years.
Yeah, I told her I've been a cook for 17 years.
Yeah. So that's all good. All right, no fine,
Thank you.
no costs,
Thank you.
credit for time served.
Thank you.
How about if we have a good year? I'm gonna be here for a year and a half more.
All right.
And then they're gonna take me out and shoot me because I can't continue after that. I have to retire. So how about if you don't come back and see me in here? Maybe I'll see you at Applebee's.
All right, that sounds good.
All right, you're good to go, sir.
All right, thank you.
Thanks, Judge.
I don't think they'd take him out shooting. And the movie Midsummer, when they were 70, they went and jumped off a cliff. So I don't know, maybe don't want to do that.
Oh, is that how that one is?
Did you ever see it?
No.
That's very creepy. Joshua, I received your nollie-pros in the matter of Rebecca Karen Bales. So they've already taken the file away. So all that's left for us is Ashley Jean Miller. I saw that Christine was just checking in with you. I guess we'll wait a minute for her. Did you guys win again last night?
No,
Good. Oh, I mean, I'm sorry.
we did get second though, so.
Guys, I got some people I need to see from the jail. Are you gonna do the competency hearing?
Yes.
There's not much to one of those. You'll see. Generally, we just stipulate to the report. I make a finding and then we get the case back on track. I don't know. I sent that email on Mr. Ferguson. He died yesterday, Adam Ferguson. He was pending a psychiatric evaluation. I don't know if I think I did. All right, I need to see Christopher Wright. I wish I had more lead time than this. Chad Salman and Nicholas Marshall. Mr. Stickley was just in here. I'm not sure. Apparently Judge Patterson's not available. Is there an offer in the Miller case?
There's an offer of OWI first.
Sir Valentine did sign a waiver of his rights to a trial. Well, those shouldn't be too bad. I wish Christine were here. We could get to it. Well, I need Mr. Stickley. All right, this part is called hurry up and wait, and we tend to do a lot of it. One of the bench warrants is from 2017. I'm sure a lot has transpired between then and now. Ms. Stoll, you might not recognize this, but cases used to come like this in a paper file. And we'd have a stack of them. And it would have cool stuff like a criminal history, which you could access, the bond information report, the bond receipt, affidavit of probable cause. All the stuff was readily accessible, but in paper form. Now it's a bit more of a struggle. Oh, thank you.
How quick is that?
Pretty quick. I saw you were here and I think you were here for Rob.
No.
I don't know where Christine is, but if you're here, we can address some of these. Hello, booking. This is Judge Middleton calling. I've inherited the jail arraignments, or at least some of them. Could I see Chad Salman, Christopher Wright, and Nicholas Marshall? Yes. Sounds like a law firm name. Salman, Wright, and Marshall.
called Matea. Stickley stepped out of
Yeah, right now.
I'm right here.
Right, thanks. Right, bye.
Throw me in their bus.
the, no, she threw you under the bus.
Well, I thought maybe you were right out in the hall.
I was in a meeting room.
All right. Chad Salman is failed to appear on a pre-exam for possession of methamphetamine and failed to appear on a separate date for a retail fraud second degree in July. So we need to get the case back on track. His counsel is Jordan Nicole Hart. Christopher Wright is a domestic violence. John Bush. He failed to appear for his pretrial. And Judge Pattison issued a warrant for him in September. The other guy, Nicholas Marshall, was placed on probation under 7411 on a use of methamphetamine in 2017. Hasn't been seen since. Also Judge Pattison. So I'm not sure what happened, but they said Judge Pattison was not available. So while we're waiting, let's see if we can, this is the noisiest room by far. At least we got the sound, I think, worked out, but there's a lot of ambient background noise. Good afternoon, Mr. Salman. This is Judge Middleton.
How you doing today, sir?
I'm doing okay. Judge Pattison was gonna see you, but I'm told he's not available.
Okay.
Christine, have we resolved your case?
Yes.
All right, let me take this and then we'll take your matter. We thought we'd do some stuff while we're waiting. Mr. Salman, you didn't show up for court. Here with me at the courthouse is prosecuting attorney Joshua Robert. He's the chief assistant, and Mr. Stickley, the chief public defender. The first case, 251291, the allegation was that in July of 2025, you possessed methamphetamine. You got arrested and you posted a bond, a surety bond of $1,250. Attorney Jordan Nicole Harden was appointed to represent you, and you failed to appear for your pre-exam conference on July 8th.
Yes, sir. I had every intention on being in court that day, sir, but honestly, my bike was stolen the night before. I know it's a cockamamie thing and probably don't want to hear it, but that was my only mode of transportation. I tried to call the courthouse the next morning and nobody's contacted me back because I don't even have a phone.
All right, well, the other case is filed 251167. That's a retail fraud charge. And Jordan Harden was your lawyer in that matter as well. You were supposed to show up for a pretrial in front of Judge Pattison on July 22nd. That was a different day. You didn't show up that day either.
I thought they were both the same day.
Oh, maybe, I guess they were both the same day. So here we are, August 7th, and we still haven't seen you. How'd you get picked up?
I was riding down Broadway on a bicycle, actually on my way to Myers. And the same officer that arrested me for those offenses arrested me last night for my warrants.
All right. Are you still living on 7th Street?
And it's hit and miss, but yes, that's my mailing address and that's where I'm at most of the time, yes.
Let's get both of these cases back on track.
Yeah, I have every intention of owning up to it. As a matter of fact, I was actually going to request the court, with everything going on, is there a way, a program or anything that I can do to try to get my life back on track?
Yeah, hopefully, yes. Today is the 5th. All right, I'm gonna set pre-exam. I don't know whether Jordan Harden's available. She was on a trip. Is she back next Tuesday?
She's back, Monday night.
Oh, well, she'll love this. Let's see if she has anything on that day. Well, if we have to, oh, she's got it for 8/19. Set pre-exam conference for 8/19/25 at 8:30. Set the prelim. Did you ever call your lawyer?
I did, but like I said, I have no phone, so the number she was trying to call, I don't know if the person was getting phone calls or not. Because it was a friend of mine and her husband really doesn't like me being around her, which I
All right.
never,
Well,
I understand.
we'll reset that. Bond was $5,000. Now Judge Pattison set it at $10,000 cash or surety. Your excuse about why you didn't show up isn't very good. Now, on the other case, the retail fraud case, yes? I'm gonna set an attorney pretrial in that case with Attorney Harden for August 15. Judge Pattison set the bond in that one at $2,500 cash or surety. Mr. Salman, I think you're still struggling. Methamphetamine's chasing at your heels. That's the underlying what's going on here. But my fear is if I let you out, you're just gonna melt into the background again. You failed to appear for 2 separate cases, never called your lawyer, never contacted the court, just waited around to get arrested again. So we'll put the case back on track. Your next court date is a pretrial on the retail fraud charge for August 15th. The felony pre-exam is set for August 19th. So your lawyer will be checking in with you at the jail. If you do post the bond, I want you to call your lawyer. All right, Mr. Stickley, could we change seats here for a minute and do Ms. Yancey, and then we'll.
I'm actually gonna zip on to Zoom upstairs, if that's okay with you.
Yeah, that's fine. I've got Mr. Wright, and another one. All right, we're going to address the pre-trial conference that was set here in Ashley Jean Miller. File number is 25588E. That's not right, SD. Statute something. Are you Ashley Jean Miller?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Miller, you're charged with operating while intoxicated, second offense. Let's look at your ticket. It's not in here. Darn it. There's a formal complaint filed by the prosecutor alleging that on or about February 23rd of 2025, that you were driving a vehicle on Fawn River Road while you were intoxicated. That's a misdemeanor. They've charged it as a second offense. I wasn't aware of this Wisconsin offense that's alleged in here. I asked for a driving record and I didn't have one. You had a case here in 2017, which was resolved. That's more than 7 years ago. It was actually then dismissed under the statute. But if you have a Wisconsin charge, you actually have 3 charges, which would be a felony. But it hasn't been charged as a felony. It was charged as a second offense. The way it's charged is punishable by up to a year in jail and a fine of up to $1,000. The prosecutor has agreed to reduce this to a charge of operating while intoxicated first offense. Is that correct, Mr. Robert?
That's correct.
That's a misdemeanor punishable by up to 93 days in jail and a fine of up to $500. Carries 6 points on your driving record and it requires that your license be suspended. Ms. Yancey, is that your understanding of the plea agreement as well?
It is, Your
Honor. Mr. Miller, did anybody promise you anything to get you to plead to this?
No.
Or threaten you?
No.
Do you understand that if you do plead to this charge, you'll be giving up your right to have a trial in front of a judge or jury? Do you understand?
Yes.
If you had a trial, you'd have the right to be represented by an attorney. You've retained Ms. Yancey, which is fine with us. You also could have asked to have had an attorney appointed. If you had a trial, you'd have a right to have any of the witnesses for or against you subpoenaed to come to court, so they could be questioned under oath. You would have the right to take the witness stand and testify on your own behalf, but you don't have to because you have a right not to testify. If you did not wish to testify, the judge or jury could not hold your silence against you, and you have the right to be presumed innocent if and until the state was able to prove your guilt beyond a reasonable doubt. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Yes, here's that Wisconsin charge. For reasons I didn't understand, I didn't have a driving record in here, and then I asked for one, and it took a while to populate, so I didn't see it till just now. All right, let's talk about this. Were you driving a car on Fawn River Road?
My truck.
Your truck, you'd been at the Tomahawk?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we got a lot of drinking driving cases out of the Tomahawk. I've said it more than once. And you were in an accident? Is that yes?
Yes, sir.
And you were drinking cranberry and soda or cranberry and vodka or something?
I believe so.
And they gave you a breath test, or actually, I think they took your blood.
Was a blood test.
And the result was 0.159. Do you accept that?
I was a 146 on scene.
All right. Either way, so you'll accept that you were at least a 0.146.
Yeah.
Christine, have we discussed, because I didn't look at this carefully enough, I thought the prior was the 17 case. Has there been any discussion of sobriety court?
No, there hadn't been. I know he's already followed my instructions and gotten an assessment done. He's done the alcohol safety. He's been actively attending AA meetings. I counted, he's got 32. And he did a victim impact, so.
Well, he's not gonna be, he's gonna lose his driver's.
And he does understand that, but no, we have not talked about sobriety court. That's.
If you
He's
are
willing to at least have someone explain it to him and see if it's a possibility or not.
I say shame on me. I should have had this on my radar. Here it is. All right, first let's pick a date for sentencing. Jordan's here on the 29th of September. Are you available on 9/29? Mr. Miller, your driver's license is going to be revoked for 2 drinking drivings within a 12-month period, within a 7-year period. That means it may take at least 5 years for you to be eligible to get your license back. You'll actually have 3 in a lifetime, which would also revoke it. If you are in a certified sobriety court treatment program, you may be able to get your driver's license back with an interlock device after 45 days. It also would defer a large portion of the jail, but there are a lot of requirements that you have to comply with to complete the sobriety court program. It's ironic, your conviction from here was set aside under the new Michigan. I'm not in favor of setting aside drinking driving convictions, but I don't make the law. It was set aside in November of 24, and they probably didn't know that you had another case in 2022. I'll set this for September 29th at 11. I'm gonna put sobriety court. Question mark. It's not a foregone conclusion. First of all, you have to be willing to do it. If you are willing to do it, we certainly can get an assessment and determine. All right, I'm going to ask you to take these 2 forms out to the counter. We'll get some information. There may need to be some further assessment.
Your Honor, could I ask one thing of the court? And I didn't bring this up to Mr. Robert, but my client had traveled out of state for work, and you had signed an order that allowed him to do that to modify his bond. And Mr. Robert.
What's your work?
He's in welding, but he may have to go back there again Do you want me just to file another stick?
No,
Could we
you've
just
got
modify
my,
it
you've
to
got
be
my permission
just for
to,
work related?
yes.
Okay, thank you. All right.
All right.
I'll-
Thank you, Josh. I'll see you at
Thank you,
3.
Josh. Appreciate it.
Thanks.
Once he gets his agent, I send everything to her or him. Yeah. Judge?
Yeah, that'll be autumn.
We don't, how quickly will that be assigned on who the agent will
I don't know. Maybe they tell you at the counter.
be? Okay, thank you.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, Your Honor.
Are you Christopher Wright?
Yeah, yes, Your Honor.
All right, I'm Judge Middleton. This was a Judge Pattison case, but he is not available. Also with us on the feed is Mr. Keith Stickley, the Chief Public Defender.
I understand all that, Your Honor.
Well, let's talk about this. You were charged with domestic assault and you failed to appear. And you've
Yes.
been off the radar for a while.
Yes, it was against my mother. She chose not to.
Don't tell me too much about it at this point. Let me just get into my files.
Okay,
Mr. Wright. Yeah, the allegation is that you assaulted Kathleen Corazzini in the city of Three Rivers on August 30th of 2024. You were charged with that offense. You were arraigned and Attorney John Bush was appointed to represent you. They set up for an attorney pretrial conference. Originally posted a $200 bond. You failed to appear for your pretrial and we haven't seen you in a year. Judge Pattison issued a warrant for your arrest. And here we are. Let's see what this note says. How did you come to get arrested last night?
I was riding a bicycle that didn't have a light on it, and he stopped me. At the moment, I live with my mother, with my wife and 2 kids in Three Rivers. And that's that. My mom decided not to pursue it. It was a mistake, and that's where we're at.
As a condition of bond, you're not to have any contact with Kathleen Corazzini, and you're back living with her.
Yeah. Just up until
Well, you don't get just to decide not to show up. You just didn't show up. Did you ever contact your lawyer?
no, I was told that I was told by my own mother that she wasn't gonna go to court, so that they weren't gonna file against it. Or I was told things that I should have just followed through with my own, and I just made assumptions by other people's. I should have went to court. Here I am. I thought my mom dropped it. That's why I didn't go to court. I'm sorry.
Your mom can't drop it. Your mom isn't the one that filed the charges. It's the county prosecuting attorney.
I didn't know.
They could drop it, but the complaint, if your mother was dead, she wouldn't be in a position to drop the charges. But,
Right.
all right, so are you employed?
Not at the moment, sir, no.
All right, well, we need to get this case back on track. You have a lawyer.
Okay.
You never
Yeah,
contacted John Bush.
I'd
John
love to
Bush
take
is
care of
attorney.
it.
I'm gonna set an attorney pretrial for August 15th. That's Judge Pattison at 8:30. This is his case anyway. He set the bond at $2,000 cash or surety. You're not supposed to have any contact with your mother. So what you did is you went back in, moved back in with your mother, never called your lawyer, never showed up for court. So there's still a bond condition that you not have contact with her. If she wishes to drop the charges, she can contact the prosecutor. I've reset your next hearing for August 15th at 8:30 with your lawyer, Mr. John Bush. If you post bond, I want you to contact your lawyer. If you don't post bond, he's going to come out to the jail and see you. But I'm not going to do a PR bond for two reasons. One, you made the slightest effort to comply with the terms of your bond release. And two, you moved in with a complaining witness who, under the condition of your bond, you're not to have any contact with. So Judge Pattison set the bond at 2,000 cash or surety, and I concur with that. So your next court date is August 15th at 8:30. If you don't post bond, we'll have you brought over that morning. If you do, it's your obligation to be here at that time. Well, they point out the risk of riding a bike in Three Rivers. You're likely to get arrested. All right, Keith, we got one more. And then I got a competency hearing. This next guy is an old-fashioned paper file.
We're back.
All right,
Okay.
ready for Nicholas Marshall.
Sorry, Judge, you said you were telling him maybe something to cut out?
No, I just clicked off. I don't need to see Mr. Miller anymore. We'll see Nicholas Marshall.
Yes, sir. We'll get him. Okay, you're all set.
Oh, it's Mr. Wright, not Miller, but that's great, awesome.
Oh,
Thank
yeah,
you, Judge.
Mr. Wright, Christopher Wright.
Looking.
Mr. Wrong. Well, this will work out. I had time to do this, so I don't mind. Although I don't like not having a lot of lead time. Good afternoon, sir. Are you Nicholas Shane Marshall?
Yes, sir.
I'm
Good
Judge
afternoon, you
Middleton.
too.
Judge
How you doing?
Pattison was handling your case. It's an old case.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with it because it's 2017. I know I was banning drugs back then, but in the last 3 years, I've been doing good, working at the same spot. I didn't even know this was coming until they came and got me at work.
All right, well, let's talk about it.
Yeah.
The file number is 172101FY. The handsome gentleman here with me who's on the screen is Mr. Keith Stickley. He's the chief public defender.
Hi, how you doing?
You were charged way back in 2017, Trooper Matt Berry, with possession of methamphetamine as a second or subsequent offense, possession of marijuana, and receiving, concealing stolen property. The charges were all dismissed, and you pled guilty to a charge of use of methamphetamine. That's a misdemeanor. Judge Pattison did the sentence. Let me get to the judgment. You were supposed to be testing at the day reporting center. You didn't show up for your pre-exam. Then we caught up with you and you entered a plea. We brought you back somewhere where the bonding company got you.
Yeah, back in 2017. Yeah, I remember that.
Here's the judgment. Here it is, got a stamp on it. All right, the Judge Pattison sentenced you to use of methamphetamine. He gave you 90 days, credit 8, leaving 82 days to serve, and he deferred 82 days. He put you on a probation where you were to comply with the terms of the probation and test and do treatment. You never even showed up for your intake. After you did the sentence, we never saw you again.
No, I walked from this jail to that place, and then I walked to LaGrange.
Well, then we never saw you again. So you never did your probation, you never tested, and Judge Pattison was holding 82 days of jail over your head. So I suspect he's going to order the rest of the 82 days of jail.
Okay.
So let's get some info. How did you get arrested last night?
Well, yesterday I was at work. I work at Midwest Tool in Cullery and Sturgis. Been there for 1.5 years. They arrested me. I didn't know nothing about the warrant. I was compliant, went with them, and came here. Other than that, I've been on the right path, got a house, got my son back, custody of my son, he's in LaGrange right now. Already getting custody of my daughter, so I really can't afford 82 days of jail time. Is there any other way we can work this around, like finish my probation that I needed to do, or?
No, he
Is that
might
able-
just give you 365 days in jail. They don't get it. You just don't show up, go AWOL for 8
Yeah, I
years.
was down deep, homeless and drugs, I know.
So
I've been
I
working
don't
on the
know
right
what
path.
Judge Patterson would do with this. You're now living in Michigan.
No, I'm living on 509 East Spring Street, LaGrange.
No, you live in Indiana. That's a problem.
Yeah, but I have transportation, I'm not homeless. So I know I could do it a whole lot better this time around than last time.
Yeah, well, the problem is you don't just get a free pass. Well, sorry.
I know, yeah, I'm
So
sorry
don't
about
know-
that.
I don't know what he's gonna wanna do, but I'm gonna leave it up to him. I'm going to give you a bond.
Okay.
He might not do this. Grant a bond of $1,000 cash or surety. They reside in Indiana. You're still on probation.
Am I? So how do
Well,
I
you
go
were
about
placed
that?
on, you were placed on probation and then you promptly split. But the probation was never revoked. Judge Patterson said, if you don't what I asked you to do, I'm gonna give you 82 more days in jail. So you didn't do what he asked you to do. And he's likely to give you 82 days in jail. But I'm gonna let him hear your story.
Appreciate that, Judge.
And if you don't show up, we'll arrest you and set the bond at about 10 billion. We'll just deny the bond. In fact, I thought about denying the bond here. But this warrant is 8 years old. You're in a different place than you were 8 years ago.
Whole lot different place.
But you don't get a freebie. You don't just blow it off.
I know that.
So I'm gonna set this for a PV hearing with attorney Christine Yancey. She can no longer be your attorney.
Okay.
I don't yet know what the date is. So your bond is I'm not gonna give you a PR bond. I think we forfeited a bond through the bonding company. Yeah, we did. You posted a bond. So. And set a hearing. Maintain your employment at Midwest Tool.
I gotta be there tomorrow.
All right, they're gonna give you the information with your attorney's name and number on it. It isn't Ms. Yancey anymore because she's no longer on the contract. But we'll get a lawyer for you. I'll leave Judge Patterson the thorny choice. If I just canceled your bond, you would have just got 82 days in jail. You lost your job, you may lose your house, you still might. This is called, went back to,
At least you give me things to put in order until then.
all right, so I don't want you to make me look bad and not show up for your court hearing. So if you post the bond, I want you to appear at the date they give you and contact your attorney.
I will.
All right. Do you have any questions?
No, Judge, I appreciate it.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Stickley. Ross, thanks for coming on short notice. These cases are always here on short notice.
Yeah, I'm on vacation.
Are you really?
Can't tell.
What?
You can't tell.
I've had vacations like that. Well, I'm sorry. On the live stream, I just turned the record on. We're about to do a hearing, a competency hearing in the matter of Eric Austin. By statute, when you get the report back from the forensics center regarding competency, you're supposed to hold a hearing within 5 days unless good cause is shown. We always try to hold them within 5 days, which often is a scheduling problem, more for the defense than the prosecution. The prosecutor usually has somebody available that can just come down the hall. So Ross Truckee is this defendant's attorney. He didn't tell us he was on vacation when he said he would come in, but he's here. He's meeting with the defendant in the back, I think, right now. The prosecutor's newest assistant, prosecuting attorney Abby Stoll, is going to handle the hearing in conjunction with Chief Assistant Prosecutor Robert. Good afternoon, Mr. Austin.
Good afternoon, sir.
We've met before. I'm Judge Middleton. You're Eric Austin, and this is file number 25767FY. Mr. Austin, some months ago in April, it's alleged that you did a home invasion at your parents' home on Carl's Road and did break and enter and commit damage. And they've charged it as home invasion, first degree, which is punishable by up to 20 years imprisonment. Count 2 is stalking, that you violated a protection order that prohibited contact with your mother, Beth Ann Austin. You got arrested for those charges in April, and you've been in custody since that time. We did order that there be an evaluation for competency, and that was signed by me on May 13th. Competency has to do with your state of mind right now. Are you able to comprehend the nature of the charges against you, and are you able to assist in your defense?
Yes, sir.
All right, we're making a record in the matter of People versus Eric Austin. It's a competency hearing. The record wasn't on for a minute. Mr. Austin is here with his lawyer, Mr. Ross Truckee, who came in on a day off to deal with this matter. I mentioned earlier, Mr. Austin, that when we get the report back from the forensic center, we're supposed to have a hearing within 5 days. We got this report back on August 5th. Today's August 7th. That's pretty good turnaround time. As I stated before the record was on, you were charged with a home invasion, first degree, at your parents' house on Carl's Road, and stalking for violation of personal protection order that prohibited contact with your mother. The matter was set for a preliminary examination and a pre-exam conference in early April and May. And in May, I referred this matter for a hearing regarding competency. You had several other cases that I recently talked to you about. File 221106 is domestic violence at your parents. 222049 is a domestic violence MDOP at your parents. 2382SM was a domestic violence second offense, I believe also your parents. So I had some discussion with you, and we all agree that a competency evaluation would be appropriate. So the case got put in timeout status. As I mentioned, we received the report. It's dated July 30th. We received it on August 5th. It's written by Deanne Yount, Deeann Yount, PhD, licensed psychologist and consulting forensics examiner at the Center for Forensic Psychiatry. Ms. Stoll, may we stipulate to the report for purposes of this hearing?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Truckee?
I don't know for the correction in the first line, the age is, I believe, incorrect. Indicates he's 25, born in 1995. I think it's 1990. No? It's 95. It's 95. Okay, never mind.
All right. All right. The reports, and I've dealt with you before through these other cases. You've always been very polite and respectful to me. I think that under this quiet demeanor is a very intelligent guy with some mental health struggles. That doesn't mean you're not competent. One of the concerns I had is whether you were taking your medications and what was going on. At any rate, the forensic examiner has met with you by Zoom, reviewed some other documentation, and she made a finding, which I'll read into the record. In the opinion section at the end of page 4, Dr. Yount says, in this examiner's opinion, Mr. Austin's answers to questions during a structured interview, as well as his spontaneous speech, indicated he was able to discuss the legal system in an accurate and factual manner. As examples, he conveyed an understanding of the adversarial nature of the criminal justice system. He understood the roles and responsibilities of various courtroom personnel, including the judge, prosecuting attorney, and the defense attorney. And he demonstrated an understanding of the various pleas that could be entered. I think that's all true. I think you understand how the system works. That you're entitled to counsel, you're entitled to have a hearing, you're entitled to charges being proven. In summary, based on his behavior during the evaluation, including participating in an interview, discussing information related to the court process and court personnel, and answering questions about the days, weeks, and months leading up to and following his arrest, Mr. Austin appears to understand the nature and object of the proceedings against him and assist his attorney in a rational manner, if he so chooses. Therefore, it is the opinion of this examiner, Mr. Austin was competent to stand trial at the time of the evaluation, which is now. Mr. O'Berry, anything to add? Or Ms. Stoll?
No.
Mr. Truckee?
My meeting with Mr. Austin today is consistent with the report here.
Yes. Mr. Austin, there's two different things. One is competency. How are you doing right now? And right now, it appears to me you're doing pretty well. Another one has to do with criminal responsibility, sometimes used to be known as insanity. And that was your state of mind at the time of the incident, which was in April. That's a separate issue. It's generally a circuit court issue. But we need to get this case back on track. It was set for a pre-exam conference and it all got put on hold with this. Mr. Truckee, in the normal course of events, I would set this for a pre-exam for the 19th of August. But I could set it, it's actually on for pre-exam for August 12th right now.
And that's how I've been treating it.
All right, we'll set it for pre-exam. That was a target date, hoping we'd get the report back from the Forensics Center. PEC for August 12th, 2025 at 8:30. Prelim if needed, August 19th, 25 at 1. I do find that the defendant is competent, and I'm going to sign an order to that effect. The defendant is competent to stand trial. The case shall continue to the next stage of the criminal process. Are you receiving medication right now?
Yes, sir.
I want you to continue to take your medication. I was talking with our new pivotal jail liaison yesterday, and we're doing a much better job of people getting their medications while they're in custody. Mr. Austin, I don't know where this case is headed. Whether it's the kind of thing that can be resolved with some sort of a plea, whether it'll be set for a trial. I do know that you have 102 days of jail credit as of right now. So while this competency evaluation was pending, everything was just on hold. Well, it's not. Now the clock is ticking again. We've got a proceeding called a pre-exam conference next Tuesday. If a preliminary examination is needed, we can do it on the 19th. And the case is back on track. Your bond was $6,000 cash or surety. This was a scary situation, so the bond remains the same. Do you have any visitors at the jail? Does anybody come out to visit you?
No, sir.
All right, it's a very sad state of affairs, but we'll see where we're going here. Mr. Truckee, thank you for coming in on a short notice on your day off for Mr. Austin. We'll get this case back on track. I'll see you next Tuesday at 8:30.
Thank you, Donna.
Stoll, thank you.
Talk again, probably Monday. Over there.
Just a minute, hold on for a sec. You guys are good to go. How are you connected to this case?
That's his mom.
Oh, that's your mom, okay. Yeah, it's a tough thing. I mentioned all those 3 previous cases. Now, when you come back next time, take your gum out. You don't chew gum in court. But at least you were here. I'm glad you were here. The problem is you can't go visit him because you have a PPO. So he's a lost soul out there. I don't know what to do with him, and your input is important to the prosecutor. So I didn't know that's who you were, but I'm glad you were here. We'll see you next. You're welcome to be here next Tuesday at 8:30. All right, thank you. All right, that finishes our day. Let's stop the live stream. And it was a long day, but we got quite a bit done. Didn't take very many pleas. Tomorrow is Friday. It's landlord-tenant day. We have a full landlord-tenant docket in the morning. At this point, nothing in the afternoon kind of day. Maybe I would take Friday afternoon off. We'll see.